Saturday will mark an Eastern Conference clash as TFC will host DC United at BMO Field, and this will be the third and final meeting between these two sides in the regular season. Last time they played, TFC won 4-1. Sebastian Giovinco recorded a hat-trick, but this team has changed so much since then. DC United has made a lot of trades that paid dividends.
Yeah, it's an informed DC team. They've not lost in their last 4 games, winning their last 2. They've scored 11 goals. They really are in form, and especially attacking-wise, they've brought in Mullins. He's hit the ground running. He's a real handful. Their center forward. His movement's good. He pulls defenders out of places, and he can also finish. Also, pieces like Lloyd Sam, he's come in from the New York Red Bulls. He took a few games to get going, but now he's very dangerous on the right wing. He's got good delivery one-on-one. He's good. They also have a lot of pace on the other side in Nyarko, and it's a seasoned MLS veteran team with a lot of pace going forward.
In terms of Toronto FC, Jonathan Osorio, it feels like he's really starting to get into his groove. He's so shifty and creative as a player and really coming into his own lately.
He has been, and I think it's a combination of playing in his best position, which is at the top of the diamond. He's so good in the pockets and receiving the ball with his back to goal. His soccer awareness is very good, and also I think health-wise he's fully fit right now, and he's been a bright spot in the last 3 games in this home spell. And I think TFC are a little bit unlucky not to have taken more points, tough refereeing decisions, and they could have had more points on the board and been a little bit more ruthless in front of goal as well.
In terms of statistics, 5 assists on the season for Jonathan Osorio. In the last 3 games, he's either recorded a goal or assist. And let's hear from the midfielder himself.
I feel good within the team. I've been playing in this position for a while now, and more, the more games I get in this position, I get more comfortable. So, yeah, I feel really good in the team. I feel like I'm hitting a good stride and finding my form.
All things for Oso is I want him to get goals, get goals and get assists out of that attacking midfield position. So it's for him to just continuing stressing the next play after that, connecting that pass that can open up a team and get somebody in for a goal, or you had the header from 3 yards out, just somehow finding a way to get that thing on goal, and just that's just the one piece for him that will really take him to another level.
Only 3 games remaining in the season, and Toronto FC is starting to get back to full health. Sebastian Giovinco was back in training today, and Greg Vanney has some difficult decisions to make, doesn't he, Terry?
Yeah, no bigger one than the one in net. Bono's been fantastic since coming in for Clint, and then Clint Irwin comes back a week ago, and he was excellent. Greg Vanney had a few meetings today, making some decisions. Also, Nicky Hagland, he came in the last couple of games, and he's been brilliant at center half.
Now, in order to pull off the victory this weekend against DC United, perhaps capitalizing on chances against Orlando City midweek, only 4 of their 15 shots were on target. You got to do better than that.
Yeah, I thought the team played really well between the 2 boxes, especially going forward. I thought the passing was crisp, the movement was good. They pulled Orlando all over the place, and they created some great opportunities. But when the ball fell to Delgado or Ozo in the box, it was a little bit hesitant. They need to be ruthless in the box and really shoot with conviction.
Now, in terms of DC, you don't traditionally think of them as this offensive powerhouse, and yet they've been scoring goals in boatloads lately. Who is someone that you want to keep your eye on?
Yeah, good point. You think of a Ben Olsen team as being difficult to break down and then being good in transition and just taking what you can get going forward. But for me, Acosta's been brilliant in the last month or 2 and that's coincided with their good form. He's a shifty midfielder that plays in holes, a bit like Ozo, and he'll get the ball, he'll run at defenders. He won't really go past defenders, but he'll drive at a back 4, commit a player, and then he'll just dish the ball off into that space for players to run onto.
Off the top of your head, it's hard to think of many set-piece goals for Toronto FC aside from Sebastian Giovinco, even Josie Altidore this year, but the delivery as of late has been better for TFC, so perhaps it would be wise to maybe capitalize on some of those opportunities as well.
Yeah, sometimes when you're not scoring from open play and you're getting a lot of territory up the pitch, it turns to corners and a lot of free kicks, and Michael Bradley's delivery, as you just said, has been excellent. What we need to do is get some of these big bodies, Altidore, Hamilton, Moore, Zavaleta, Hagland if he plays, on the end of it, sticking your head in where it hurts, and it's a great way to score goals. Now,
TFC has already clinched a playoff spot, as you know, but this weekend with a victory, they have an opportunity to clinch that home playoff date, which, as we know, has been an objective all season long for the Reds. So make sure you come down to BMO Field and support TFC, and if you can't, you can always tune in on television. That will be taking place 7:30 p.m. on TSN, and you can follow along the social conversation using the hashtag TFC Live.